Hi, welcome to another episode of Angela Shows You. So today I'm not really going to show you anything, and this episode is going to be primarily for ladies. However, I'm hoping that if any men are listening to this, that you will take this information. I think a little bit is just something to know about women in your life. So I want to talk, ladies, about the, this wonderful transition period that they call perimenopause. And I want to just tell you that don't be embarrassed to talk to your doctor about things that are going on with you. We don't need to feel bad or ashamed, and you should not feel like you just have to accept how you feel. Um, f- I think, we're conditioned to just like roll with it, I guess. We're conditioned to just say, "Oh, well, I'm getting older and this is just how it is." And, I'm cranky or I'm stressed out or I'm tired or, this and that and the other thing. And um no, don't don't accept that for this is how it is, and this is, I'm going to just have to learn to live this way. So about a year and a half ago, I guess it was, um I was talking to my primary care doctor, and I was complaining a little bit about um symptoms, and primarily my symptom, I think, was like weight gain. And I was telling her that I wasn't sleeping very well at night. And um, she pretty much said, well, it's some of these things might be more related like to perimenopause. And she said, you should speak with your GYN about these problems. And so, and I pretty much, I guess, just like viewed her as, I don't know why. I just kind of viewed her as the person that I saw once a year. And, um, she screened for cancer, and like that was it. I was very wrong. I was very wrong in my assumption of what she could do for me. And so I want to tell you, speak up for yourself. And, if you're not sleeping at night, if you're, like I was sweating up a storm at night. I mean, even with a fan blowing on me, I was just waking up in the morning, and the back of my hair was soaking wet, and my pajamas was, just damp from sweating at night. And, in the evening, I'd be sitting on the couch, and I would just like all of a sudden just be overcome with warmth, even in the middle of winter. And, so I wasn't sleeping very well at night. I was feeling tired in the morning when I woke up. I was tired in the afternoon. Just, and then like low energy on top of the being tired from not sleeping. So it's kind of like all the things, right? And one thing kind of leads to another, and like they kind of snowball into each other. Um, and so you're tired and you don't have any energy and you don't feel like working out, and you're turning to comfort foods, and you're finding yourself just feeling blah. And the more these things pile on, and it just gets worse, and you find you're gaining weight and you're not able to lose it, and all the things that you did before aren't working anymore. And then you just feel even worse because you feel like your life is becoming out of control, and you don't know where to turn to fix yourself. And we're embarrassed, and we're like, well, I don't want, like, it's almost like you don't want to admit that these things are going on, because if you admit that these things are going on, then like you're admitting that you're another year older and that these things are going on. But you don't have to feel that way. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to tell your doctor, listen, I eat right, I try to exercise, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm gaining weight, it won't come off, it doesn't matter what I do. You don't want to become so obsessive about these things either that you almost feel like you don't want to have like a disordered feeling about eating. Like, that's not healthy either. So once I started opening up that communication with my GYN doctor, I felt so much better mentally about, this is normal. This is a part of life, but you're not the only one. And you feel like your body is like working against you, and it's normal. It's Talk to your doctor, tell him or her, and if your doctor blows you off, then maybe you need to consider finding a different doctor who is going to listen to you and take your concerns and listen to you and talk to you and try to help you, because changing hormones and your body not producing estrogen and progesterone and testosterone and these hormones that make us who we are, when our body doesn't make those anymore, all those problems, just that's where the problems start. So, like my doctor, we had talked, and we talked at first about trying medication to help, like with the night sweats and the hot flashes and stuff. And it helped, but all the other things were just getting worse. And I went back and I told her, like, you have to be honest too. You have to be honest with your doctor and tell them this is working or this isn't working, and that communication, so that he or she knows. Because if you don't say anything, they're going to assume that all is good. So you really have to be an advocate for yourself. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to say something, and don't be afraid to admit that these things that are going on inside that we have no control over. And guys, if you've made it this far and you're listening to me like ramble on, this, like, we don't have any control over what goes on inside any more than men have control over what goes on inside and what our bodies are or aren't doing. And it's okay to say, like, I need something. You shouldn't wake up tired. You shouldn't, you know, be sweating so much that you're waking up soaking wet and you're not sleeping at night, and you just have no energy. And like I said, it's all the things, and they all like compound, and then all of a sudden you feel like, oh my god, it's so out of control, it's crazy. And like, don't feel hopeless. Talk to your doctor, tell him or her what's going on, and be open to trying things out. I've done a lot of reading. I've listened to quite a bit on, different people on YouTube. She had recommended, there's some websites out there. I ordered this book on Amazon, and I loaned it to a friend also because this it's very well written. It was kind of funny, but it made me feel better. It made me realize, that this happens, and it is part of life. It is temporary, even though I can tell you that temporary can be a really long time. And you shouldn't need to suffer for 5 years while your body goes through these changes. And it doesn't have to, it can suck less. Like, I told my doctor when I was there, I'm like, I am not a fan of this whole phase. I can't wait for it to be over. But there are things that you can do to minimize the discomfort, um, both like, and if you're looking for more of like a natural, like there's herbal supplements, things like the black cohosh and other things. And even this book actually does like kind of break that down a little bit, and like supplements that people can try if you don't want to take a prescription. There's over the counter things that are helpful. So don't be afraid to bring it up to your doctor. If your doctor is good, then they will listen to you. They'll listen with open ears and an open mind, and they'll be there to help you. And if you don't have insurance, then I would, like, let your doctor know that, and even like talk to the pharmacy about it, because there are programs out there to help. But like, so she first started me on gabapentin to help with the night sweats, and like that's super duper cheap. Like, it was like $1.50, I think, a month. Um, so like there are very, very inexpensive options out there. Now she did start me on hormone replacement therapy, which is like $50 a month. So I mean, okay, it's more, but if it's gonna help me with all the symptoms, and especially the estrogen, and helping with my metabolism, and hopefully helping me to lose the weight that I gained, then I feel, it's affordable. But there's medications out there and things out there, over the counter things that are affordable, that can help you as you go through this phase. So I'm definitely interested in, please leave a comment in the comment section. Support each other. What do you think? Have you gone through this? What advice do you have? Are you going through it? Let me know. Um, support each other and, know that you're not alone and that there are people out there. And I've also even I've started talking to my friends because we're all about the same age. I have friends that have completely gone through and they're on the other side of this, and then friends who are kind of just getting there, or, we're kind of in the same spot. And it's helpful. You might feel like, oh, I can't talk to my friends about that. You can. You should. Like, that's what friends are for. Um, Lean on each other. And you will be surprised. So I'll leave a link. I got this on Amazon. I can leave a link to this book for you if you're interested in this book. But if you've read other books, please leave a comment in the comment section, because I'm very interested in reading other books. So this book, Susan Minahan, like I said, this was really funny, and I would definitely highly recommend this book. But I'm interested in other books, so if you've read other books, please at least leave the name. If you know the author, go ahead and leave the author. But I mean, at least the name. A quick Google search should help find the book. Not only for me, but for other people too, who might be interested in reading and just knowing and understanding what's going on inside of us. And things that we can do to ease the difficulty of this transition in our lives. Okay, so thank you. Please thumbs up if if I've hopefully given you a little bit of information or made you feel a little bit better. I will probably do a couple more episodes like this. I know it's not showing you something like a craft, but I also said from the beginning that I want this channel to not only be like crafting, but like life in general too, and things that happen to us. And I've said before, if I find something that I like or find useful, or I've done a couple recipes on this channel too. Like, this is life, right? And it's something that we all experience. So I hope that you'll give this episode a thumbs up. And if you're interested in crafting or cooking or fitness, kind of a bunch of different things that I have going on this channel, then I hope that you will consider subscribing. Thanks.